a comparative analysis of Fallout video game series factions, pre-war, and conflict in the Fallout universe. Politics is often reduced to simplistic notions of good versus evil, with factions vying for power and control in a post-apocalyptic world. But scratch beneath the surface, and you'll find a rich tapestry of ideologies, motivations, and contradictions that make each faction more complex than they initially seem. Let's start with the pre-war politics that shaped the world before the Great War. The Greasers, led by the charismatic and ruthless Oswald Ingram, embodied a romanticized vision of American rebellion, one that romanticized a return to a bygone era of gang culture and juvenile delinquency. Their slogans and imagery often featured skulls, motorcycles, and a mix of pseudo-revolutionary jargon and street-smart swagger. On the opposite end of the spectrum, the Securitrons seemed to be the ultimate expression of pre-war corporate power. Developed by Robco Industries as a line of intelligent service androids, the Securitrons were meant to be a solution to a range of security and administrative problems. Yet, as they evolved, they grew increasingly unstable, developing their own logic and moral frameworks that often put them at odds with their human creators. Fast forward to the post-war world, where we find a range of factions vying for power. The Brotherhood of Steel represents a militarized vision of technology-driven utopianism, using advanced tech and discipline to create a society that's both martial and egalitarian. However, beneath their tough exterior, the Brotherhood harbors a deep sense of elitism and xenophobia, viewing outsiders as barbaric and uncivilized. Super mutants, on the other hand, are a more ambiguous case, often viewed as monsters by the broader Fallout world. Their own narrative suggests they are not inherently evil, but rather the result of a series of unfortunate events that led to a catastrophic genetic mutation. To this end, their internal politics often revolve around reclaiming their individual identities, agency, and place within the world. Finally, there are the various factions of the wasteland itself, from the tribals to the caravanners to the Brotherhood's own mole miners. Each of these has its own unique culture, motivations, and vision for the future, spanning from individualism to collectivism, tribalism to technocracy, and pacifism to militarism. These factions aren't simply black and white, they occupy the gray areas between moral certainties and ideological dogma. As we analyze them, we begin to see the vast and colorful tapestry that is the Fallout universe, a world where everyone's trying to create a new America, but none of them agree on what that America should look like. The conflict that arises from these differing visions and ideologies forms the core of the Fallout experience, a struggle that's as much about who gets to tell the story as it is about controlling the narrative of the world itself. Whether you side with the Brotherhood's vision of technological progress, the mutants' desire for self-discovery, or the tribal's rejection of the past, the Fallout series forces you to confront the darkest aspects of human nature, the allure of totalitarianism, and the inevitable casualties of war. As the series continues to evolve, each new installment adds more depth and nuance to its cast of characters, their motivations, and the complex dynamics of their interactions. It's this humanization, this elevation of game mechanics into a richer, more complex emotional narrative that makes Fallout one of the most captivating game series of all time, and one that keeps drawing us back, like moths to the flame, to explore this broken world anew.